All right, hello, Halo. um, yeah. So as you can see, 100% of this, like just literally like today. It wasn't that hard. After I finished doing my second recording of this one, uh, I pretty much 100% of it, no problem. I had to do like three more songs or something, and then I had it. So really, this one is to 100% it, as in get all the like get platinum achievements. Not too bad. Still, obviously, I haven't gone and I haven't like done all of these. I did, however, do I did do this, the all 9 version of this, which I failed miserably at. The way I beat it was for one of the achievements. There was like using all the support modifiers and shit. But yeah, so I'm pretty much done with this game. Man, just look at these 5 games right here. Persona, 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 Persona. Some people would say I'm crazy for this. Look at this. Yeah, I'm pretty much done with this. It was enjoyable. But I'm ready to move on. To move on to bigger and better things, and none better than this. I'm skipping 3. I'm not gonna play 3 because I haven't played the Persona 3, so I'm gonna save watching all the dances for the characters until I hit that point. Yeah, go ahead and close. So I played Persona 4 2 years ago, the golden one on Steam. And I've also seen the dances for this. Oh, hello. Yeah, sure.
Atlas.
I don't know if there's like achievements like the other one. If there are, I'll probably 100% it if it's not too bad. Uh, yeah, I played Persona 4 2 years ago. My main thing is I'm wondering what's going to be different about this dancing version compared to the 5 one we saw. Alright, there's also a new character in this for some reason, her. I don't know why they added her, but we have that to look forward to. Oh my god. Look at him go. So first of all, I'm looking forward to seeing these characters in goddamn HD. That's something big. Like their models and like their shit. I don't know if there's gonna be like a story like there sort of was in the 5th one, or if there's gonna be like there's like the social menu to see those. I don't know if those will be in this version. They might be. Again, going into this pretty blind. Was the yellow scarf a thing with them? Like, I know they had the glasses when they went into the
Dancing all night.
TV world. Yeah, Persona 4 dancing is kind of weird because I think it was originally released on like the PSP or some shit, or Vita, whichever one came out after. Welcome. Story mode and free dance. Oh, okay. Select your preferred options in the menu. Shopping collection. Okay. Fucking, I don't know. Dance voices on? Oh yeah, I need my shit interrupting. Should I turn up the stuff all the way on this? I'll be honest, I don't know if this even makes any difference. Yeah, sure. It sounds louder. I guess we'll do story mode. So this is different, sort of. You can't just... Because in 5 dancing, it was sort of like the story was just doing the levels, and then like over time you would get them by doing shit. You enjoy the story of Persona 4 dancing. Oh boy. The mode will only affect story mode. Okay. For those who wish to focus on story, who are skilled at rhythm games. I wouldn't say we're skilled, but we're more than a beginner. Alright, we're doing the standard shit. We're not fucking around. Okay, so this straight up has like stage levels and shit, so this is a bit different.
Well then, that concludes this audition. We'll contact you individually with your results after some time.
Thank you, sir.
Take care now.
Thanks for everything. Thank you for staying so late. Thank you so much.
I don't have the any DLC for this game, so unfortunately I don't think I could play as Adachi, which is a huge loss, but oh well. Is this supposed to be the new character? I have no idea what the fuck the story in this is gonna be. It could be complete dog shit. It could be the greatest thing ever.
Excuse me? Yuko-san?
Didn't know it was a horror game. Good thing I'm playing in October. Idle jump scare. Oh my god, what is happening?
Was that a scream?
It was from the studio. Hey!
What?
What's going on?
What is going on? That's what I want to know.
Hey, have you heard that rumor?
Oh no, rumors.
When you look at some website at midnight,
I thought rumors were only in the 5th game.
On its own. It's hard to really make out much at first, but you can totally see this idol who should be dead dancing in it. When you watch the video to the
Why is
end,
it like a horror
you get
video?
taken away to the other side, and you never wake up.
Oh no. You have to be in idol world forever. He's in a coma, ma'am. He's stuck in the idol dimension. Hi there. An unfamiliar sight. The floor, walls, even the ceiling. Oh, this is like a visual novel now. Everything is in the mysterious room is colored in deep ultramarine. Well, it doesn't look very unfamiliar to us. We were literally just here, but with a different cast and crew. Before you sits a similarly unfamiliar woman.
Oh.
We should know her,
Welcome
shouldn't
to
we?
the Velvet Room. Don't worry, this is merely a dream. The you in the real world is sound asleep. Having said that, you're no guest of this room.
She fixes you with a piercing stare as if appraising you before continuing on.
Perhaps you've gone astray in your dream and wandered into a realm beyond your ken. This
Beyond my
is the
ken,
Velvet Room,
excuse me.
a place that exists between dream and reality, mind and matter. Normally, only those who have agreed upon
Did we
some
watch
form
the
of
video
contract may
late
come
at
here.
night on the one day? She turns her gaze downward. Are we not you,
But nothing meaningless happens
the
in this room.
protagonist of the 4th game?
If you are here, there must be a reason for it. Very well. I'll use this as an opportunity to tell you of a guest we once hosted here.
Oh. Straightens her posture slightly. So like the little girl fell in here and then that's who we are, but then Margaret's gonna tell us about like the gang, the Persona 4 gang who was here. She's going to tell you a story about someone other than yourself. Who does she intend to tell you about? I don't know.
I know just whose story to relate. This is the tale of an unforgettable guest who kindled within my heart a flame that none of our countless visitors could match. I knew him as Yu Narukami. In overcoming the terrible ordeal that befell a certain town, he formed an irreplaceable
She made out with him at the end of the
bond
game
with his
without his
friends.
consent.
Powerful
Kind of
bonds
weird.
supported them. Through every trial, even when facing an adversary with inhuman powers, they remained undaunted throughout. You seem perplexed. I'm not surprised.
No.
You could have no notion of what I'm speaking of, after all. In that case, I will show
Are they
you
trying to do
the
this in such a
glimpse
way
of
that,
the
like,
story
if you
after they
didn't
overcame
play
their
Persona
ordeal?
4, you could, like, play this game and still, like, understand shit? Like, why are they treating us... I mean, obviously, we are not you or them, so, like, I don't know. Brilliant light slowly floods your surroundings. Oh god, she's gonna show us a vision. It's gonna, like, bounce back between
To be
her
clear,
telling the story and then us
This is
being
not
like,
the story of the ordeal
okay.
they faced. One might think of it as a festival that they performed in, at the risk of their own
a
lives.
festival. Because, yeah, the stories of, like, the 3 and the 3rd and 5th game, I assume are Persona 3 and 5 dancing. I assume they're, like, go, like, hand in hand with each other. Like, they're the same stories. It's just different rivalries and shit. Am I gonna get a tutorial? Am I gonna see how to play this Forsaken game? Half a year has passed since we solved the case that took place in the peaceful rural town of Inaba. Summer vacation has been over for a while, but the heat still clings. Today, we had come to a certain production company's office for some reason.
Rise-san's very late.
Oh my god,
It's time for our lesson already.
this is unsettling. Why am I looking at you? Why can't I see him within my peripheral like this? His portrait. Still rocking the Mercedes logo on his jacket. Naoto looks up at the clock on the wall. Naoto Shirogane. She's an underclassman and 1 year younger than me, but she's a detective and 5th generation of the distinguished Shirogane family. They're, like, given, like, these backstories for these characters that we know to, like, remind us, which I appreciate because it's been, like, a few years for me, even though I perfectly remember them. When I first met her, she had problems with how others saw her and presented herself as an adult man. Now she forgot about that shit because Japan doesn't like that. I nod to Naoto before taking out my own cell phone, scanning the backlit screen.
Text or voicemail from her. What about you?
Whoa, we're hearing him, like, speak full sentences. That's weird.
Me neither, it seems. I wonder if something
Yeah,
happened.
Naoto was my favorite from 4 in terms
But
of
in that case, I think you'd be the first one Rise-san
the
would
romance
contact.
options. It's just the game treats every character like shit, I guess. Because it's like, oh, you want to be this thing, do you? No, you don't want to be that thing. You want to be normal, or what is considered normal in Japanese society. Rise Kujikawa, she's an underclassman and a year younger than me. Like Naoto, she's a teen idol famous across Japan, working under this company, Takura Productions. Just like Naoto, she had her own issue to deal with. When we first met her, Rise had been, on hiatus. The year we spent together helped her grow, and she's currently in the midst of making a comeback. Her comeback is essentially the reason ordinary high school students like us are here in the first
Should I
place.
give her a call?
Is it?
No, we can wait a little longer. Now, her work schedule is tight to begin with. It's us who are imposing on her time. Or, rather, it's me.
My finger hovers over the call button, but I stop at Naoto's words and put my cell away in my pocket. What is this visual novel type shit I am looking at? This is about to be me when I play 13 Sentinels, though, so this is like preparation for that. Because if 13 Sentinels is not voiced, then I'm gonna be saying this shit the whole time. Or I could not, but I don't know. Rise must be very busy. It may be better to wait a little bit longer and see what happens. Naoto moves on to another
It
conversation.
still seems so hard to believe. For me, of all people, to be standing in a production studio awaiting dance lessons.
I couldn't have pictured it either if it wasn't for Rise's comeback performance.
The Love Meets Bonds Festival. They're
Rise's
calling it
dances
for
better
short,
be top
correct?
tier, because that's literally her job.
It seems to be a momentous occasion. I've heard TV crews will be there on the day of the concert.
Will be participating as backup dancers in a performance at LMB, the debut. Oh, okay. So the reason they're dancing in this is because they're backup to Rise? Okay. We're all just amateurs. Yeah. Why aren't professionals doing this? We're gonna need a lot of practice before we can handle the real show. Seriously, have they all had like the yellow scarf thing going on? I mean, she's wearing it as a tie, but like some of them have it across their arms or like, I don't know. I guess Morgana also had one, but that was just him. Rise aside, we're all just amateurs. I just reread the first sentence because I forgot that it had advanced. Our practice has been extremely rigorous, and it's just
Ballroom
continuing.
dancing I could have managed, but I'm entirely useless at this.
Oh no.
I felt
Don't
much
say
more
you're
at ease
useless.
fighting monsters in a
We don't
strange
need
world
another
than
whole
I do
useless
here.
character arc. Then enter more characters we know.
Super late. I'm so sorry.
Rise-san.
Look at her
Thank
hair.
goodness you're all right.
My last meeting just wouldn't end. Were you two waiting long?
No, it wasn't that long.
Damn, look at these fully
I was
voiced
pretty late, so I
alternate
figured you'd
dialogue
be mad.
options.
We don't hold it against you.
I expect the
music
voice
was right around the
voice
corner.
actors to
You must be
sound like a little bit
overwhelmed with all the
different because it's been a few
preparations.
years.
After
Because
all,
Persona
it's not
4
just
came out in like
Raichu who's been
2010 or some shit.
supervising.
I don't know. And then this
I heard that you're
game,
making time to give lessons to the others in Inaba as well.
I actually don't know when it came out. Maybe like 5 years after. As Naoto says, we three aren't the only ones of our friends who will be participating in this Love Meets Bonds festival. That's what it's called. The members of the investigation team are friends who helped us solve countless cases in distant Inaba will be performing at this festival as well, because of course they do. Yosuke, Chie, Yukiko, Kanji, and Teddy. Even now, the 8 of us are practicing our dance moves daily. Rise is busy with work. She's been going back and forth between here and Inaba to help teach our friends in the country.
Well, everyone's pitching in to help me. Senpai, Naoto-kun, my friends in Inaba.
Ah yes, and
I
we
want
are
all of us to be our
the
absolute
senpai,
best on
of
stage,
course.
So I'll do whatever I can to help achieve that. But man, the festival producer's been a real pill about it. Just a minute ago, she was going on and on about throwing our money away on amateurs. It was
I
like
mean,
I
yeah.
wasn't in the room. I was seriously seeing red. We'll show her. We're gonna pull this off whatever it takes, and then she'll see how amazing all of you are.
You're a true professional. My hat is off to you.
You know it. So you can't slack off either, Naoto-kun. Come on, let's get this rehearsal start.
She's still using Kun with her though, even though she like is like,
Oh, good. All 3 of you are here.
I don't get it. They should decide one or the other. Studio door opens, cutting off Rise's words. The man poking his head through the doorway might be the only other friendly face here besides Rise.
Mori-san, what's up? Wait, is that you?
Who is this?
Oh my gosh! Hey girls, it's been forever!
Number of girls behind them. Is it like her old idol group or something?
Kun and Naoto-kun?
Ah,
This guy
you're
knows
Rise-san's
us.
manager.
Okay.
Could you spare a moment of your time?
No.
There are some people I'd like to introduce you both to. They're another idol group with Takara Productions. They'll be performing at LMB too.
Is it the new character?
Allow me to introduce Nozomi Nakahara, Tamami Uesugi, Sumomo Ujima, and Tomoe Sayama.
Why is this important?
These are the next generation of idols, following in
Okay.
Issei-chan's footsteps.
I believe it, but like, why do we care? Clearly all part of the same group. I'm not an expert on showbiz world to begin with, so there's no way I'd know about them. Is it rude to tell actual teen idols to their faces that I don't know them? Why would you say that in this situation? Just like, hey, it's nice to meet you. Anyways, why would you be like, I don't know you? If Yosuke were here right now, things would be... Would Yosuke admit that he didn't know them to their faces? Yosuke would probably tell us that he didn't know them, and they would hear, and they would beat the shit out of him for no reason. Backup comes from an unexpected place. Naoto is the one to speak up. Okay.
I've seen them on TV before.
Where is this story gonna go?
They're members of Kanamin Kitchen.
Wow, Naoto-kun, that's right. You sure do your homework on this stuff. But it's just you four? Where's Konami?
Konami-chan's doing PR right now.
I guess
for her solo
Konami is
photo
the
that's out soon.
new character. Her last name is Kitchen. Okay. I recall hearing that name. They're all members of that group. If I remember, they're a popular idol group made of centers around Konami Mashita. Another of Risei's juniors. The 4 girls Inoue-san brought here make up the group. Kanamin Kitchen. Mine is Konami. Okay.
You know, Inoue-san, you've been
They have their
pushing
own
Konami
portraits and
too
shit, so
much.
they must be important.
I don't
Clearly.
think having her take on every job she's offered is a good thing.
You don't mince words, do you, Tomoe-chan?
Well, I have to be direct. LMB is just around the corner. Do you understand that even now we're behind
I guess
on
they're
rehearsing?
participating too.
Well, I do. Trust me, I know how big that event is going to be for your group.
Hey, I want to do photo book work too. I want to model lots of outfits like cute swimsuits.
That's fucking Morgana.
All right, Sumomo-chan, just calm down. If a job like that comes in, I'll make sure you get a crack at it.
Right? I better not be wrong. They're supposedly Risei's juniors, but I can't get a read on any of their actual ages. It's a little baffling. How old are they actually? If I'll be speaking directly to them, how polite should I be? Just be polite, like... Well, I'm thinking it over. Naoto, who seems startled by their presence in a completely different way. And somewhat
This
taken
is
aback.
A bit overwhelming. It's like being in a room with 5
Is it?
Risei-sans.
What? Am I that much like them? Is that what you think of your coach?
Oh, no. That wasn't my intent at all.
They better give me hella alternate
So
outfits.
This guy's you-san? Huh.
She hates me? This aggressive girl must be Tamami. After walking over towards us. Did I do something to offend her? Yeah, we existed. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
Whoa, listen to this guy. Aren't you
Get a load of
too
this guy.
closed? You seem way too cool. I don't like it one bit.
Jeez, there she goes again.
We're not just cool, we're too
I'm
cool.
sorry, Senpai. She's always quick to pick fights with anyone and everyone.
Was that picking a fight? That was a very pathetic attempt at picking a fight. That's the kind of girl she is. When I nod at Risei's words, Tamami dramatically points at me.
Just you wait, you-san. The
Oh,
next
there's
time
more.
I see you, I'll have a herd of boys with me.
I'll fucking
all
kill
better
you.
And dreamier than you. It'll be a boy trail that goes
What?
so far back you can't see the end. Like a goldfish's you-know-what.
This is completely out of nowhere.
I'm sorry. Tamami-chan isn't very good at metaphors.
Hey, why'd you go with you-know-what? Are we not supposed to say goldfish poop?
Well, I don't think saying poop in and of itself would
Yeah, that
warrant
is
an idol's
Morgana's
image.
voice actress.
Though, when you go out out of your way to avoid saying it like that. It just calls more attention to it. Shut up!
Why are we learning? Is there significance with learning all these characters? Like, again, the story can go anywhere. Tamami chases her while Tomoe watches and acts exasperation. This suddenly becomes a sketch comedy. That's when the last member standing next to Inoue steps forth and smiles cheerfully. Her name was Nazumi.
A lady should always be
Nozomi.
graceful.
Nozomi.
I'm pleased to meet you. I'm Naoto Shirogane.
It's an honor to make your acquaintance. I hope.
Oops. She's part of the same group. She seemed at a glance like someone who could talk to, who you could talk to normally, as opposed to her colleagues. But she won't be a cakewalk. Okay. Must have been thinking the same thing. When I looked at her, she's desperately trying to relax her frozen expression as she responds to Nozomi.
Yes. Well then.
Alright, that's enough, everyone. They're just amateurs, so try not to bother them too much.
They
Oh,
fucking
feel bad.
suck ass,
Fine.
so
Right,
don't make
Senpai?
fun of them.
Yeah, it's no trouble.
Such a mature response. I like what I'm seeing.
Okay, that's enough. You two gotta know when to put the brakes on these girls. If you don't, you'll never hear the end of it.
Oh?
Who are these people anyway, Rise-senpai? And there's more coming, right? I heard they're your friends, but they're not your boyfriends, are they?
Of course not. I mean, how would that even be possible? But they are all important to me. They're my friends. More precious
Never heard
to me
of
than anything.
reverse harem. Four of them are at a loss of words. I don't think what she said was weird. The idols are
Sounds so
confused.
nice.
Then again, you could say you senpai is special to me.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Oh, is that so?
Is that so?
That's a big no-no, Rise-senpai. You're in trouble.
Clings like usual. I know she's just joking. Is she really joking though? I guess you would be oblivious to it. Can an idol like you afford to do something like that in front of other people? No. Most certainly not.
Oh dear. Well, I guess if anyone can get away with it, it's you, Rise-chan.
I get okay.
That reminds me, Inoue-san. You're done introducing everyone, right? We need to get started on our lesson.
You're right.
Get the
We oughta
fuck
get
outta
going in
here.
that case. Everyone, let's break until the evening interview. Could you stay in your dressing room so I can come get you later?
Okay.
They really are professionals. I suppose it goes to show that even these girls are entertainers through and through. Okay.
Oh yes, the TV spot for L&B is.
I'm just wondering when I'm gonna start hitting triangle, circle, cross.
You should let everyone
Up, left,
know.
right.
It'll be broadcast across Japan.
Triangle
so you should
up.
Be able to see it in Inaba too.
Nice. Thanks, Inoue-san.
Is there a name for that pattern of her bow? Like that shape? Like there has to be a name for that because that pattern is like everywhere. To me, I don't know. It sort of looks like a spaceship or something. We're back to just the three of us in the studio. Sudden quiet, like the aftermath of a storm. Naoto mumbles.
TV commercial. That's what we filmed the other day, yes? It's really going to appear on TV.
Is it finally hitting you? That's right. All our
After
smiling
watching
faces
Better
will be on
Call
TVs
Saul, I
all
know
across
one or
Japan.
two things about TV commercials.
So there's no backing out of this now, okay, Naoto-kun?
Come now. You needn't say it like that.
I'll email everyone about the ad later. Let's get practicing.
I'm sure they'll be watching even if we don't tell them about it.
On that point, I agree. I doubt they'd ever miss festivities like this.
So is this like a real thing that's happening? They like actually like finished the school year and then now they're just like, yeah, we're dancing. She has a point. I think of the faces of our friends in Inaba and can't help but smile. The Love Meets Bond festivals. Love Meets Bond festival. Who named that? Who named it that? The TV commercial introduces all participants of the event. We're gonna appear on TV, and this time it won't be on some bizarre program that only comes out on midnight. Oh yeah, that's right. That does feel a little embarrassing, but it'll certainly be an exciting experience. Not to mention, my friends are even more attentive to this kind of thing than I am. They're probably already inviting. They've probably already invited each other over. Jesus, and are waiting for the commercial's broadcast. The funny mental image brings a smile to my face. Ah, yes. Will I ever play a level?
Let passionate songs and dance.
We're 30 minutes in.
In addition to this all-star cast, there will be special guests.
Does the rhythm game story ever end? McDonald's worker?
Join us at LMB Festival. We'll form a passionate bond with you all. Our meat's extra yummy, so enjoy everyone. Oh, there we are. Where? Right there.
Huh? Yeah, you sail on large flat screen TVs, kid.
There we are. The corner of colorful people. So this doesn't take place after the events of Persona 4, because they're all like, I don't know, Kanji still has blonde hair. Rishi, Naoto, and I are still spending our time on dance practice. Why weren't they with us?
One, two, three, four. 2, 2, 3, 4. Come on now, Tokun. Hey guys, let's stop for a bit.
Let's take a break.
This is intense. I didn't envision it to be this tough.
I'm assuming this is some sort of like alternate timeline.
Well, there's your problem.
But this is the dancing timeline.
Like some skill is necessary, of course, and you have to factor in the choreography too. But once you have that, all you need to do is show how you feel by moving with the music.
Is that how it works? You, Senpai, what do you think about when you dance?
Nothing.
I don't think
Rule number 1, have fun.
I'm just having fun.
I don't think anything in general.
It's just about moving to the rhythm. It's expressing yourself and your feelings to the people watching you.
Unless other people decide that for you.
Across the message that this is fun, then us dancers need to be having more fun than anyone.
Expressing one's feelings, huh? That makes a kind of sense now that you explain it. In ancient times, dancing was a form of culture developed as a means of expressing one's faith and ideals without words. So then, it's not a matter of being good or bad at it. I must instead learn how to express myself without fear.
Come on now, Tokun. You're still overthinking it. It's like what Chie-senpai always says. Don't think, feel. In your case, you just gotta loosen up and enjoy yourself. Don't worry if you do a move wrong. Okay, let's try it from the top one more time.
Already? Can't we please, take a short break?
Reese is still raring to go, but it's clear to see that Naoto's legs are shaky and she sounds flustered. A quick break might help. As I'm deciding how I can help the situation, my cell that I'd set off to the side begins to ring. I swear there's also like a Nanako. She gets her own dance, but that's probably DLC also. Yosuke.
It's Yosuke. I need to step out for a bit to take this.
Okay, then we'll start right after you come back.
Oh, I'm saved.
I'm about to be on call for 30 minutes. Yosuke, remember that time when that girl you like died? That was crazy. And then I became best friends with her brother. Good times.
Hello? Yosuke?
Yo, partner. Are you okay to talk right now?
His eyes feel a little too far apart.
It's fine.
Good.
My partner.
Dude, we saw the commercial. We all gathered around the TV at Junes when it was on. Man, seeing that stuff got us all pumped up. Are we all celebrities now?
Bro, the Persona 4 plot hates Yosuke, man.
That might be a good idea.
The plot is Yosuke's biggest enemy.
There tomorrow. We leave first thing in the morning, so I'm sure we'll get there before noon. Just wait until you see where all our training has gotten us.
I look forward to it.
Let me play a fucking song. God damn. Even at our first practice, Yosuke surprised us all with his naturally deft moves. Videos that Risei's been recording only prove he's been getting better and better. Yosuke is good? Okay. Pick up on what sounds like, excuse me, arguing on the other side of the cell. Honestly, I could see all of them being good dancers, except maybe Kanji, I guess. But even Kanji could probably do some shit. Oh god.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that.
Is a resident of the TV world that we met through a case we solved. He's an important friend. As the rest of us right now, he lives with Yusuke's, which thank god. Normally he wears his trademark bear fur, and the local kids know him as the mascot of the store Junes. Judging by the tone of his voice, he must be taking his inner form as a young man right now. Oh, yep, he most certainly is.
I bet it must be lonely without me there, but don't you worry about that. I'll be coming with the others tomorrow to get married to you, Sensei.
The fuck?
That should be interesting.
Nana-chan and Pops are coming too, of course. Let's see
okay.
what other news is there. Huh? Ah!
Everyone's just gonna pass the phone around, I guess. Or it's just Yosuke.
Damn it, Teddy, I was still talking to him. No, Yosuke, violence isn't the answer.
Sounds like you two are still getting along.
What gave you that idea? Anyway, that's the gist of it. We're coming tomorrow. Tell Risei and Naoto we said hi. See ya.
See you tomorrow.
Again, why are they not with us? They probably said that and I just wasn't paying attention.
No, not yet. I was just taking a call.
Why does this have to be like a visual novel?
I'm sorry about the commotion this
And just add like a bunch of useless
Sean
text.
still with you?
Yes, she's helping us rehearse.
That reminds me, I don't think I've thanked you yet. I'm still surprised
what?
that you agreed to perform. Would you like some coffee?
I graciously accept the coffee. Like, why can't you just say make the character be like, yeah, sure.
Thank you. We were surprised too. I never thought we'd be asked to perform with Risei in her comeback show.
Risei-chan insisted on it as soon as
I
we
didn't
spotted the
either.
festival
I don't
was
think
decided.
anybody did.
As close as you all are to her, you're still just ordinary folks. To be honest, seeing you rehearse convinced me. I knew then this would be a great show.
Is that so?
I've been working in this industry for quite a while now, you know. I've developed a sixth sense as a manager. There's no question that Risei-chan changed after getting to know you all. She always had something special that shined from within.
Yup.
But I feel like that's been polished to an even brighter gleam. When Risei-chan's with you, she seems to glow even more than usual. That's why I decided to place my bets on all of you. Give you a place on the reborn Risei Kujikawa's big debut.
We'll do our best.
I hope I'm not just putting more pressure on by telling you this. I'm serious though. There's no need to worry. We're professionals. If you and your friends give 100%, then we'll amplify that energy and put on a hell of a show for the audience. As your friend's manager, I'll give you all the support I can as well.
He better be the twist villain in all of this. I swear, if this mini plot doesn't have a twist villain, I'm gonna flip. Oh my god, why are there so many words?
Thank you.
Oh, I forgot I was in a hurry. I'll talk to the management, so go ahead and keep using the studio.
I forgot we gotta keep the story moving
Not
along.
Too late, though.
I understand. By the way, what's your hurry?
Oh, it's probably nothing. Although, you haven't seen the Kaname Kitchen girls, have you? Or someone that looked like them, maybe?
No, I haven't seen them. The only time I did was when you were introducing us.
That's all right then. I'm sorry if I said anything to worry you. Well, I should head to a meeting now, so I'll see you later.
I got a meeting. Yeah. Goodbye. They may not be on Rise's level, but they're big names. Seems odd that Inoue would ask me for their whereabouts. Are they lost or some shit? Like, what's happening? I'm glad we get these still images with these sound effects. Is this the place where the intro cutscene took place?
Are you alright?
Face first.
The extremely plain girl.
Hurt. Oh, someone saw me. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. It's nothing. I'm fine. I'll leave. Quietly, calmly, and right away. And with that, I'm gone.
How long is the story in this game? Is it like 40 hours? Because that's what it feels like it's gonna be with this long ass intro. I mean, it's just an idol concert. Like, how long can you stretch that out for? You quickly head back with the coffee in hand to them. Okay.
Hey, there you are, Senpai.
Welcome back.
Here it is, the pre-LMB report. Wow, somebody's already uploaded the vid.
They're on their cell phones. What fucking year does this take place in? Was it literally like one summer and then everybody has like the smartphones? They go from flip phones to smartphones in that jump happened like at the end of their school year. Again, shit like this I shouldn't be thinking about logically, but I am.
Sure enough, it's the girls we met earlier.
And it's the girls who are lost now.
We're live with the members of Kaname
Man,
Kitchen.
everybody
Any
gets
comments for your
a
fans?
portrait in this game.
Yes. Well then.
Even female reporter gets her own portrait.
Sayama, your soft lamb. I may be a bit gamey, but one bite.
What did you just call yourself?
Come to Love Meets Bonds, and I'll see to it you have the time of your
Love Meets Bonds. I cannot believe that that's what it's called.
You're fluffy head and delicious to the bone. I'm always number one, and so's my soup stock.
What is happening?
So you better come see me. If you don't, I'll never speak to you again.
I'm a big chicken, and I'm delicious.
Everyone's picklet. I'm a pudgy ball of fun who rolls around all day, every day.
What is it? Why are they comparing themselves to farm animals?
If you don't spend time with me, I'm gonna cry.
I am no
Nozomi Nakahara, your noble stag. As
Okay, now you're
powerful
just...
as I am beautiful.
You took the farm animal theme and you just threw that away.
I look forward to an amazing night spent together. This Love Meets Bonds festival will be
Nozomi, that was out of pocket. You went off script there. Alright guys, strategy meeting. Which animals are we? We gotta do one better than them. My gaze drifts while I'm lost in thought, and now Tom mutters.
Those are some
Once again she
unusual
mutters, I
taglines.
guess.
A lamb?
That's
hare,
exactly what I was
a
thinking.
stag? I suppose it's unique, but
What could it mean?
Well, their whole shtick as an idol group is that they're all edible meats.
What?
edible meats? They're up for consumption?
Not literally.
Yeah. There's so many idols nowadays, you won't survive if you don't stand out from the crowd. Though that's not the only thing they have going for
You have to
them.
become Schmeat.
The battle between the corrupt, impossibly demanding producer and the poor, hard-working idols. That's another angle they're taking that's got them a lot of their current popularity.
A corrupt producer? Is that a common problem in the world of showbiz?
Oh no, it's not actually like that.
A corrupt guy in
That's just another
charge? No,
strategy
no,
to
no.
get them over with
Shit
the
like
crowd.
that doesn't happen.
Then again, knowing her, I have to wonder if there isn't some truth to it.
Is that so?
It's the same one who's the overall producer of LMB. It just goes to show that it takes all kinds in this business.
I love Rise's hair. It's just so, like, poofy, and there's, like, so much of it. Like, give me characters who just have, like, billions of hair. It sounds like there are lots of strategies like this in the showbiz world. The reporter on screen moves towards an even more flamboyant girl standing between the four of them. Yeah, this one,
let's
Kitchen.
finish up with a word to the fans from Konami-san. Oh, of course. Is around here okay?
Look at her hair. That is something else.
I've seen her on TV before.
And her outfit is...
That's Konami.
I mean, what do you even say other than, like, McDonald's worker?
While I was on
With
break,
the
I
red
started
and
calling
yellow
her
and the
next to
visor with the microphone headset.
It's frustrating, but she's definitely hot right now. Even with my comeback, I keep wondering if I can come out on top anymore.
What animal is she? Did she say?
Wait a sec. Okay, she's definitely had a boob job. Hello, I'm Konami Masha,
Okay.
your prize cow. My meat is marbled. My
Your
milk
prize
is
cow.
sour.
Oh,
I
God.
sleep off every meal. Everyone, join me in wishing that the weather will
She
be
called herself a
warm
cow?
and
Is
sunny
that
at
something
the
idols should
festival.
do?
It's been hot lately, and we all get sweaty in the sun, so make sure you bathe and brush your teeth while you're at it. Thank you,
Telling her
Connie.
fans to bathe and brush their
You all have
teeth.
some closing remarks?
Go wash your hands.
Of course. Well then, everyone, on the day of LMB, our meat will be extra delicious. So, enjoy every last bite.
That's all for our pre-Love Meets Bonds Festival report.
Konami-san wasn't with the group when we saw them this afternoon.
Inoue-san mentioned she was doing PR for her solo photo book.
To be honest,
She's
Konami
too
sells
important
much
to
more
show
than
up
the other
and hang
four.
out with us.
I mean, the group's named after her.
I've been feeling this way since filming
They are the
TV.
kitchenettes or whatever the fuck.
All those appearing on stage for this event will be
Oh,
industry
is that-
professionals, no?
Is that intentional, naming her
Yeah, it
kitchen
seems like I
because
shouldn't participate in this after all.
they're like animals and they're like meat or something?
There
They're
you go,
consumable?
that again. Don't worry about it.
Or is that just a
When it comes to
coincidence?
outsized personalities, we're a match for Konami's group.
I'm not so sure that's something to be proud of.
Me neither.
I said you'll be fine. Anyway, it's getting late. Why don't we get in one last run through before calling it a night?
It's that late
Are they
already.
gonna let me play?
Yosuke-senpai and the others will be here tomorrow. We'll want to be as ready as we can for the joint rehearsal. Well, that being said, I'm utterly spent. Please, let me sit out on this one.
What?
It's just gonna be you?
Okay, then go ahead and kick back now, Tokun. You still got some juice left, though, right, you senpai?
Of
Sure, I can
course.
keep going.
That's what I'm talking about. Give this last one everything you got. All right, you senpai. Let
Give me
know
the
when you're ready to
tutorial
start.
first, though. I imagine there's some differences between gameplay-wise and... Okay, yeah, tutorial. Yeah, give me this shit. There might be a few things that's slightly different.
Hello, everyone!
Oh, God.
Professor Teddy here. While Sensei and the others are learning their steps, we ought to try some dancing too. Let's start with the basics. Press the buttons to match your timing with the flying notes. You get the idea? All right, your turn now.
Where have I seen the figures in the top middle? Probably from Persona 4, but like, when?
Yeah, that's how you do it. Okay, time for lesson 2. Sometimes you'll see rings that look like this. Those are scratches. For these, you just flick the left to right analog stick. Even if you mess these ones up, it doesn't count as a mistake, so don't stress out over them. When the ring overlaps with the outer circle, just move the stick in any direction. Wait a sec, that last one.
There's fever once again in here.
This is called a fever ring. They're pretty much like scratches. But if you get enough of them right, your dance is gonna go into fever time. All kinds of good stuff happens in fever time, so get it whenever you can.
I'm starting to hear Teddy age a bit.
Is how to clear the stage and win. This hype gauge here tells you how much the audience is enjoying the show.
Where have I seen those guys?
It'll change like this. If the audience's excitement gets too low, then that's it. Show's over. And even if you dance to the end, you'll only win if the audience had a good time. Psst, one more thing. If you get fever time when the audience is hyped up, something very good might happen.
Something very good, you say.
Bring it home. Bust a move.
I guess gameplay-wise, it's more or less the same.
Yeah, you got the hang of it, and that's it for tonight's lesson.
Are there no,
Till next time, everybody!
holdy downsies or the double E? None of the pink and green stuff? Let the adrenaline from the dance fade. Was it just the tutorial? Am I not going to actually do a level? Okay, I guess it's just the tutorial then.
Oh, that was amazing to watch, Senpai. I must improve my own performance to match.
Rise and Naoto's praise, I smile in return. That's when I hear a slow clapping. Adachi?
Miss Ochimizu?
Who? Her elegant, formal appearance, I get a sense of pride, dignity, and unmistakable authority. That demeanor. Could she be the overall producer of LMB Fest? I guess she must be.
Indeed. It was most impressive. I even left my meeting early to see for myself how things were going.
Do you need something? We're in the middle of rehearsal.
You beat the tutorial.
I wouldn't have come if I had no business here. How low Takara Productions has fallen.
Dang.
I only permitted this farce because Inoue begged me. Rise Kujikawa.
We'll prove her
Don't
wrong.
Tell me that you intend to put these children on a stage. They're barely at the level of a school performance.
I think I explained before, but we have the organizers' approval for my friends to come on stage with me. My fans are cheering for us, and my agency made the call that this will be a good way to push my name.
Yes, I'm sure your fans would say that. Though I'm curious to know what the fans of the other idols, who have no interest in Rise Kujikawa, would think of it.
But what would the fans of Rise say about the other people?
My
Like, would they care?
I retract the question. It's useless asking you anyway, as you're nothing but a pretty face.
Dang.
That's just rude!
What good can come of complaining to a plastic dress-up doll? Your puppet masters are the ones who should know their place. That would be Inoue, or in fact, Takara Productions as a whole.
What is she again? The producer or some shit? outrage flashes. Like, why do we need to be told this? We know this. Ochimizu. Before Rise has the chance for an outburst, I step forward.
Senpai!
Take that back. Oh yeah, we'll pull it off.
All of us. I hope you'll see.
Oh, I will. You can count on that. I don't intend to compromise on quality, even if I must work with amateurs. No event that I produce will feature any perfunctory performances.
Her eyebrows are very thin and very long.
You're free to make a fool of yourself in here, but no mistakes will be tolerated on stage.
She makes her brief speech in the same curt tone, unfazed by my grace, and then turns her head, heading for the door.
Then again, it could be that your moment in the spotlight will be removed entirely. Rise Kujikawa, depending on what happens, I may have you pair up with Konami at LMB. The new set list will be released tomorrow. Once it's settled which way we'll go, I'll contact Inoue about our decision.
Huh? Wait, what? I don't understand what you're talking about.
Almost an hour in and we haven't
You don't
even
need to understand. Just do what you're told.
played a
I've already
stage yet.
discussed this with Takara Productions. If we go that direction, then your friend's presence won't be required.
Excuse me, but our friends will be here tomorrow. And they're traveling quite a distance just to perform at this festival.
My sincerest apologies for that. We'll have seats reserved so that they may enjoy the concert.
What's going on here? That's what I'm wondering. Why are we spending so much time on the game's plot? Listen, maybe it'll go somewhere. Maybe it'll be crazy. All right, so let's pay attention. Now Tomo must be thinking the same thing. When I meet her eyes, she looks as bewildered as I am.
What was that about? I'm gonna go have a talk with Inoue-san about this.
That was weird. Anyways, let's sleep. Yu returns to his room.
She's gone. What's going on here?
All we can do is wait and see for now. Once Rise gets back, let's ask her if she learned anything.
Yes, you're right. I just hope she doesn't do anything reckless. Rise-san?
Where have I seen her before? Oh, okay. Yeah, at least he remembers immediately.
Excuse me, is Ms. Ochimizu,
Chimizu? Oh, you mean the producer. She left a moment ago.
Oh, okay. Oh man, what am I gonna do?
Excuse me, but you are?
Senpai, you're not gonna... Huh? Konami, what are you doing here? Whoa, it's Rise-senpai. Way too long time no see.
I figured it was her. Because I was like, I mean, who else could it be? That it was Konami.
Sorry, Rise, but can you explain to us what's going on here?
Oh, right. Let me introduce you guys. This is Konami Mashita, lead member of Kanami Kitchen.
Yeah.
Konami-san?
Wait, Konami Mashita, isn't that like a pun or something? Or is that just straight up a phrase?
Konami's like this whenever she's not on camera. She's all reserved and boring looking. It's a lot different than her image when she's on the job.
And that's simply how it works? But she seems like a completely different person.
Better not let the public see you like this. So does she wear like a wig, or does she like do her hair differently? Like, because it's a different shade, so.
That aside, Rise, what were you about to say before?
Oh, right. I couldn't find Inoue-san, but I overheard something weird.
Weird, you say?
Yeah. Have you heard anything, Konami? About Nozomi and the others disappearing?
Disappeared? The Kaname Kitchen girls?
Yeah. Looks like they can't get a hold of them at all, and everyone's running around looking for them. I bet that's why Miss Ochimizu said those things earlier.
So then they fell into like the fake, like the weird dance world. And then these guys followed them, and then that's where they're able to practice and do a bunch of shit by the time they get to the event. Excuse me. I'm getting like the hiccups at the worst times. Or I guess it just they need to burps. They need to burp. Okay, what is this? Why she suddenly ordered Rise to pair with Konami. Right, because they were gone.
I see. If they remain missing...
That's my guess to where the story goes. The gang gets here and we investigate, and then we go to the other, like, fake world with Margaret or whatever, and we do the dancing shit there.
Miss Ochimizu, worried about this possibility, mentioned her suggestion about Rise-san and Konami-san performing as a pair.
But we just saw those girls this afternoon. Would the producer go to those links just because she lost contact with the group for a few hours?
Probably. This is Miss Ochimizu we're talking about. I know about that discussion already. Miss Ochimizu told me it'll work out as long as you're around. Still, I can't help but worry about them. That's why I was looking for Miss Ochimizu.
It'll work out, but they're the rest of your own group. And not only that, they're well-known celebrities. What if they've gotten swept up in something serious?
I don't know. But she said she'll keep a lid on this until the festival's over.
What? Is that what she thinks of us? Idols aren't toys that can be replaced.
If this truly is a case of them going missing, there are a number of measures we can take. First, let's speak with the event organizers and have them file a missing persons report with the police.
Is tired of dancing. She wants to investigate some shit.
Hold on a moment.
Rise now to look at me at surprise, in surprise at my sudden halting in the conversation. Please don't give me that look. Rise's anger and Naoto's precautions are both justified. I've learned these past few months that the showbiz world can be pretty cold, but this is something different. As far as we can tell, 4 girls have gone missing. We need more information.
Konami-san,
let's look into this.
With the rest of the group.
Huh?
It's up to us to figure this out, not the cops.
I think. I only heard about it from Miss Ochimizu a moment ago.
Like I said, we met them just this afternoon. Even if we went to the police with this, I doubt they'd pay us any mind. Plus, if this doesn't turn out to be anything serious, wouldn't it put the girls in a bad position?
Oh, yeah, that's true. You're right. I gave Inoue-san a real scare a while back myself, but even then he waited quite a while before going to the police. If he had reported me missing at the time, it could have snowballed into a much bigger problem.
Oh.
Oh, same here. One
So
time
they're
I
not
slept through a
gonna
day off I finally got, and
report
even
it,
the
I
day
guess.
After that, my agency apologized.
Or I guess
for my
not
comments,
initially, not after like a few hours, because they could be doing anything.
All that oversleeping gave me such a headache.
That's not as serious as the situation here, but you, Senpai, may have a point. Well then, why don't we do this? If no one has heard from the rest of the group by tomorrow, we'll go ask the organizers to take the necessary steps. And if they refuse to make a move, then we'll take things into our own hands and notify the police directly.
That sounds reasonable. Yosuke and the others will be here tomorrow too, along with Dojima-san.
Ryutaro Dojima, the greatest man ever, will be coming here tomorrow with his daughter Nanako. He might be on vacation, but my uncle is a working police detective. For a case like this, I'm sure he'd be the best person to go for advice. Yeah, let's make him go to work on his vacation.
Good call, Senpai. You're so smart.
You're so smart, relying on others. Clasps her hands in front of her chest, a bit melodramatically. Thank you, game, for describing this shit like this. What a nostalgic feeling. I could easily tell what they're feeling by their reactions. I could easily tell what they're feeling by the game spelling it out for me. In the corner of my eye, Konami is staring dumbfounded, unable to join our conversation. Well, that's your fault for not being in the main game, so...
That's so neat. We've been through a lot together, that's all. Like, we all became close friends before we knew it.
We fought bowling pin hands inside of a TV world.
Close friends. Come on, Konami. No spacing out now.
And we spent hundreds of dollars. We gave hundreds of dollars to a fox together.
Wait, really? You'll let me join you?
Why wouldn't we? You came looking for Miss Ochimizu because you were worried about the others, no? Wouldn't that make your goal the same as ours?
We won't force you, though. You decide what's best for you, Konami-san.
What's best for me? Well, I feel the same as you guys. I'm worried about them.
Then you're already one of us. You're part of our circle.
Oh, hooray! I made some friends!
After this event, Konami texts us like, what should I call you guys?
Oh, but you have work, right, Konami?
And it's like, just call us by our first names.
Oh, right! You know, Konami, you need to stop waiting for other people to speak first. You're an idol. Assert yourself more. People only think shyness is cute for so long.
You need to stop being such an antisocial beta.
Yes.
Such a harsh world they live in.
Alright, it's pretty late.
Yeah.
So let's call it a night.
I'm sure Naoto-kun wants to freshen up too, so... Senpai, we're gonna ask you to stay in the room next door for a little while. Let's meet back here in a bit.
I have an early morning tomorrow, so I'll be excusing myself.
Gotcha. Let's get to it, everyone.
We nod at Rise's words, and each go our separate ways. I need to freshen up, wait for Rise and Naoto to finish changing, yada yada. I'm worried about their whereabouts. What could have happened to them? They're probably dead. Just gonna be honest.
But much as I hate to admit it, once she became the producer, Konami immediately started taking off.
Sorry for the wait. Are you both done? Oh, were you talking about Miss Ochimizu?
Oh, Senpai, are you ready to go? Yep, we're talking about her. She's always like that, so even though she's legit, everyone calls her corrupt. They say she's the worst
Just because she's mean?
She overworks her idols and makes shameless cash grabs from the fans. Some go so far as to call her a demon or a money grubber, including fans of the idols she's produced. When she started with Konami in Kitchen, she had footage shown on TV of her forcing impossible demands on those girls.
I see. So by showing images of them being abused as they earnestly pursued their dreams,
it just makes them sell more.
It encourage the audience to cheer them on out of sympathy.
Exactly! That's the kind of thing she's good at. But doesn't it seem like cheating? Plus,
no.
If it really was all an act, I might respect it. But she's exactly the same when the cameras aren't rolling, so sometimes I seriously wonder if she's not faking it.
Well, it's just, she's not faking it, she's just selling it.
Having been on the receiving end, I can see why you'd think so.
Like, why do this, why act this way for free?
Right? She always makes us do insane things without running them by us. I wish she'd think about the people who actually have to do that stuff.
Besides, if it's real, then it sells more.
That sounds rough. What has she made you do, Rise?
Wow, you really want to know?
Well, I can't say because this dialogue choice is only supposed to be one line.
A duel with Konami too. Sure, I understand why now, but how was I supposed to know that? What if Konami in Kitchen going missing is another one of Miss Ochimizu's promotional tactics?
I hadn't considered that possibility.
Wait, scratch that idea. Even Miss Ochimizu wouldn't go that far.
It's a conspiracy.
I see. By the by, there's something I'd like to mention which may have no bearing on this case. I heard an odd rumor regarding the festival.
An odd rumor?
Yes. If you go to the festival website at midnight, it plays an unusual video. The video shows an idol known to be dead dancing in it. Those who watch the video to the end are taken away to the other side.
So the rumor
never
exists
awaken.
even at this
Or
time.
so the rumor goes.
Whoa, Naoto-kun! Where is this coming from?
I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to scare you. Of course, I don't believe this tall tale about some dead idol. Not one bit.
We should wait till our friends get here and then we try it with all of them.
Naoto-kun, you're scared, huh?
Yes, but that isn't important. I didn't bring this up to talk about that.
Go on, Naoto.
Yes, anyway, there's something that disturbs me about this rumor.
What's that?
Well, doesn't it seem a bit similar to our prior experiences?
When you look at a switched-off TV at midnight on a rainy day, you'll see your soulmate. You're talking about the Midnight Channel.
We didn't see our soulmates though when we fucking looked at that. The cause behind the mystery we were faced with when we were still just ordinary high school students. A world within TVs, the monsters called shadows lurking there, and an enigmatic serial murder case centered in the town of Inaba. All the memories of last year flashed through my mind in an instant.
Of course, it's hard to say how much we can trust these sorts of rumors. On the other hand, this particular rumor has some troubling aspects to it.
Such as?
There have been genuine victims, and their numbers have been rapidly increasing. Though naturally, there's no proven correlation between the victims and the rumor. It's quite possible that the rumor sprung up in reaction to the victims. But it's a fact that a good handful of people are in a comatose state right now.
A coma?
Seriously? I never heard about that. Hey, is something like before happening again?
There's no knowing whether this is a case yet or not. I only briefly heard about it the other day during work. I was going to look into it, and if it did turn out to be connected to that case, I thought it might be necessary for me to consult everyone about it.
The LMB website at midnight, huh?
I glanced towards the clock. Dang, almost midnight. I guess we're gonna check it out.
It's almost midnight. Why don't we check it out for ourselves?
I knew you'd say that. In all
Let's
honesty,
take a look.
I doubt that this rumor has anything to do with the disappearances. But all the same,
It probably
it may
does.
be faster to get to the bottom of this rumor ourselves.
Wait, you want us to look at it right here, right now? Geez, fine. But we're all gonna look at it together. Senpai, you come over here. Naoto-kun, you're over there. And whatever happens, no running away, okay? Let's see. Love meets bonds. Oh, here it is, the official LMB site.
The site appears to be operating normally.
See? Nothing's coming up. That rumor has to be fake.
No, just wait.
Wait, what is this?
Crackling static fills the screen and an endless eerie light flickers. Countless shadows sway in the visual noise. What are we about to witness?
They do look like human silhouettes. And they seem to be dancing, don't they?
Hello. Yay. We figured it out. It's a world you could go to dance.
That's all of it.
This has to be just a prank. I'm gonna check with the admins about this. Oh, or it's part of Miss Ochimizu's PR. I bet she spread that weird rumor to get Konami's group to sell more.
What's the matter, Senpai? Did you hear something just now?
Goddamn.
Yeah, I heard it too.
No way. So it wasn't just me?
Is this like a horror game or something? What's happening?
A voice?
Oh.
What?
We just opened up a portal between worlds.
Come, Risei Kujikawa. I've prepared a place just for you.
Who are you? How do you know my...
I'm fine with getting transported away just as long as I could actually play the game. That would be nice. We're at Risei's stage.
Senpai! You, Senpai! Oh, you're up. Thank goodness.
Sorry about that. Where are we?
Most likely the other world that those who see the video are taken to. Wherever that may be. It seems the rumor was true.
Wherever it is, it's too dark to see anything. What should we do, Senpai?
I should probably have auto turned on.
That voice.
Welcome, Risei Kujikawa, to our midnight.
Kind of annoying how you can't just like map a button to auto advance.
Stage.
That's right. An ideal world where no one hurts or gets hurt. I only intended to invite Risei-san here. But oh well. I prepared a stage for you all. Here, take a look.
I've prepared a very special punishment. Dim light turns on and we realize where we are. Not exactly where we are, but what kind of place this is. We appear to be standing on a stage, fairly gaudily. It's exaggerated in every way possible.
Just who the heck are you? Not only did you drag us here, you put this thing together. What are you trying to accomplish?
Never mind that. I just want to connect with all of you. Look, see how many have been waiting for your comeback.
Are these
okay.
shadows?
Now, won't you sing? Dance for them. It'll make everyone happy.
We have to dance in front of shadows. I recognize some of their silhouettes. They're all connected from their necks, hands, and legs with stranger ribbons. If the battle breaks out, I won't be able to break through their numbers.
Who knows where? And now you want us to dance for these shadows? To hell with that! Send us back home, now!
The shadows.
Something nice that happens is like when you go into like the backlog menu, like the dialogue doesn't just stop instantly, like it continues the line they're saying. Shadows stop moving.
Send you back. Now, you're all going to dance.
See what I mean? Because sometimes when you open up the backlog, it just like stops their line and like either it'll continue when you back into when you like exit the backlog menu, or it'll just like stop, and like the only way to listen to it is to replay it if they have that option.
That's what everyone's here for, after all.
This is ideal backlog settings, where you could hear the voice lines, and then when you enter it, it doesn't stop playing the voice line that's playing currently. Someone's telling me I'm gonna play a stage here.
What is this? I feel weak.
Isn't it wonderful? This song is my gift to everyone. Don't you feel it? How they all desire to connect with you?
So that song and the Shadows dance is what's affecting us.
You, Senpai!
Right.
We gotta call it our personas.
Persona!
Yeah.
What?
I guess it doesn't work. Who would have thought?
My bullets disappeared. And Senpai's persona too?
That's his fault for still having Izanagi by this point in the game.
Don't accuse me of something I didn't do. I told you earlier. No one gets hurt here.
Both my persona and Naoto's bullet disappeared like smoke before they reached the shadows. Just like the mysterious voice says, it looks like anything violent at all gets somehow neglected or negated.
What do you want from us?
Nothing really. We're just asking you to accept us. Come on, let's connect with these eternal bonds.
Oh, fade out. Into 2D cutscene.
Good children. It's all right.
With CG models.
Let's dance together. Won't you join us, Reisei Kujikawa?
Careful! This is bad.
What's going on with our brains? Are they encouraging us?
No, I can't.
Rise-san!
I can't lose.
Do the shadows like the music, or are they weak to it?
What the?
Or they just become
Could it be?
See, you got that same pattern on his collar that she has on her bow.
It's just as I thought. That eerie song we're hearing is forcing the shadows to dance. If we can interrupt the
Okay.
song and the shadows dance, we might get through this.
But how?
I don't know. But one idea comes to mind. If we can force them into a different song and dance like before, then maybe...
What a challenge!
No!
Naoto-kun!
You're connected with us. Now you can become the you everyone wants you to be.
Senpai! Rise-san, please! Stop their dance.
Naoto!
We just have to get those shadows moving.
I guess she's dead.
Right?
Rise?
Senpai, if that stuff Naoto-kun was saying is true, then there is something we can do to help her. Right now.
Huh?
I'll try and use my persona. Maybe I can deliver our music to those shadows at full blast. The way they reacted to my music earlier, I think I might be able to affect them a little bit. But I don't think that'll be enough. That's why I need your help too, Senpai. If music and movement affects them, then we should be able to pull them into our rhythm, right? Don't worry.
Oh yeah, totally.
Just show off your cool dance. I know you can do it, Senpai.
Alright, finally. I think we're getting into it. I think the gameplay is about to begin.
Okay, here we go.
Time to make history.
I can do this.
Let's go. Look at him.
How's that? All right. How's that? All right. All right. All right. How's that? All right. If I can just keep this up.
You're doing great. I can feel what's in your heart.
Look at him move.
How's that? Yeah. Yeah. All right. How's that? Yeah. All right. How's that? How's that? All right.
I got one good, unacceptable.
Yeah.
I'm clearly the worst player ever.
How's that?
You're doing great.
It's working. The shadows are going for it. How's that? All right. All right. All right. All right.
Persona is the power of the heart. Depending on your heart's true nature, it changes form. Not just for hurting, not just for fighting. Right now, I know I can show you how I really feel. We will never stop changing. Answer my call. Izanagi!
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. The like personas do shit at the end of the songs. Like they have like a solo for some reason. This should have happened in 5 dancing. Because that's epic.
Good, that went excellently.
We could have gotten King Crazy there, but clearly that was not good enough. You get money in this? What the fuck? There was like a shop. There was like a shopping option, wasn't there? And now we're not gonna have another dancing segment for another hour and a half. Hope you enjoyed that. We won them over.
Good job, Senpai! That was a fantastic performance. Actually, what was that persona just now? There was something different about it.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
it had a guitar.
But when I thought I wanted to convey my feelings to those shadows, my persona responded from within me.
Way to go, Senpai! And that's why you're our leader. Only you can pull off something that amazing.
Yeah, it's as a rhythm game, it's a bit simpler. There isn't like the holding down stuff, and there isn't like the 2 at once thing. So. Yeah, I don't want this part to auto advance. I want the other part to auto advance, but I have to go into the fucking menu to like disable it. Which I'm not gonna do.
We did it! Senpai gave him a super sweet show.
I sensed it as well. That's what allowed me to return to my right mind.
You sensed it? But you got caught by that ribbony thing and...
Yes. Because of that, I learned something about those shadows.
Really? What did you find out?
When caught in that ribbon, it's as if you're forced to be the you that others desire, rather than how you perceive yourself. You're made to believe you want to be tied to the other shadows with that ribbon, even if it means discarding who you truly are.
When you're in the ribbon, you're forced to be what others want you to be.
The most dreadful thing is that I myself felt sure that it was what I needed to do.
Which is the exact theme of the fourth game, which it fails at. Bind us to their will.
That's crazy. You're no one else but you, Naoto-kun.
Well, in hindsight, I can see how bizarre the assumption was. So my theory is that the ribbon has the power to induce those beliefs.
Yeah, I sensed it too. While I was dancing, I felt like I couldn't let my guard down at all. That the shadows would take me if I did. That song and the shadows dance probably have a similar power. So what I did was concentrate on getting my message across as I danced.
You said something like that earlier too. What did you want to tell them?
I just did what you said, Rise. Dancing is about expressing yourself and your feelings to the people watching you, right? So I danced to show the shadows who I am, not what they wanted to see.
Huh. And as a result, I remembered who I am. It's ironic that the key to this confrontation was the true self I once tried so hard to deny. One shouldn't abandon oneself just because they've been connected to others. I feel that those shadows were released from the ribbon's binding because they sensed that as well. Rise-san, you didn't get that sense from watching him dance?
Of course I did. I could tell his dancing was different from usual. I just couldn't put it into words because of all that persona stuff that happened.
Yeah, I'm sure you got the message loud and clear, Rise.
We're killing all of them with the power of song and dance. It was a beautiful sight watching all these demons die.
It's beautiful.
Will this bring us out of the world as well?
The shadow's presence is fading. What's going on? It's like they're returning somewhere.
Returning? To where?
I don't know. But that's the feeling I get. With that weird ribbony thing gone, it seems they all disappeared from this world. Maybe they realized something wasn't right. Like you did, Naoto-kun.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Still, what could those shadows have been? They didn't seem quite like the shadows we knew.
We're out of danger for now, but the situation left us with countless questions and barely any answers. Yeah, I figured we were just gonna be let out.
Like this stage, after all the trouble I went through to prepare it.
How long did it really take you to prepare it, though?
Enough of this. Is your idea of eternal bonds tying up the shadows with that thing? You've got one twisted mind.
That's right. If this is the connection you speak of, then it's much too one-sided.
What's so funny?
It's okay. If that's what you think, then I certainly won't force you to stay here. But don't get so cocky just because you set those back. Our bonds are eternal. There are countless others to forge them with.
Hugh, are you gonna bring someone else in here?
Sorry, but you've already stepped off the stage. The next performances will be beginning soon, featuring Tamami and the others.
Tamami? You don't mean...
The members of Kaname Kitchen. Did you kidnap them?
Why do you care? It has nothing to do with you.
I'll try scanning the area. Come, Persona.
You're right, it has nothing to do with us. We learn those characters for no reason.
There are some places where shadows are bunched up. 1, 2, 4 total? I found someone! Is this... Tomoe?
No playing around in the venue. It's off limits to unauthorized personnel.
Rise hastily dismissed her persona and braces herself. Creeping ribbons are already slithering up our legs. Okay.
Goodbye, Rise Kujikawa.
Is this?
Only takes a moment to realize that the three of us are back here. Yep.
Ow! Jeez! Is this how you treat an idol?
Looks like we're back in the studio. So as soon as we reject the bond that voice spoke of, we're promptly asked to leave.
At least we're all back safe.
Uh-huh. I was honestly bracing myself for the worst. But wait! That reading I got a second ago! It was definitely Tomoe's. I'm certain that's who I picked up on.
The same Tomoe-san we met earlier?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Rise had picked up on the presence of them, yep. If it was really Tomoe, then she must be trapped there. What about the others, though?
What about the other girls? Kanamin Kitchen is Konami-san and 4 other members.
Not that I
right?
care, but
I don't know. That place was a lot bigger than I thought.
just figured I'd
The
ask.
thing I picked up on in the moment I had was Tomoe's.
Given what we heard from Konami-san, it's safe to assume the rest of Kanamin Kitchen disappeared around the same time. If you detected Tomoe-san's reading over there, the others are likely to have been taken as well.
Yeah, Naoto's right.
The rumored video clip that plays at midnight, victims who have fallen unconscious, and now a group of missing idols. This does seem to demand an investigation.
First things first, though. What was that world we were in? The name Midnight Stage bothers me.
There were shadows there too. It seemed kind of like the TV world we used to go into.
And then there's that voice. It has to belong to the root of this trouble.
You don't really think it's that, deceased idol behind this, do you?
That's beyond my knowledge. Let's put that possibility aside for now.
It could be the
It's not what we need to
producer
focus on
lady.
right now.
Video that plays at midnight, a world apart from reality, shadows that lurk, there are personas and the missing victims. Even if the stage is clear enough that this is beyond what normal people understand or some shit.
Either way, I can't leave them in that
Yeah,
awful
let's just
place.
wait until
Please,
Dojima
please,
gets here. He'll
Senpai.
figure it all out.
Could you help me out? I want to save them.
No. Isn't it
Any answer to
obvious?
that, Rise?
I'm a bit shocked, in fact. Did you think we'd shrug it off as none of our concern? There are
Honestly, I was
already
going
victims,
to.
making this an honest-to-goodness case, and we're the only ones who can solve it.
Yeah.
Now that that's decided, we need a plan. Yosuke and the others will be here in the morning. I'm sure they'll help us out too.
And let's go over the case once they join us.
Perhaps.
Now, though, I think we should leave. We need our rest after all.
Right. Things are gonna get busy, so we should rest while we can.
Got it. I'll go ahead and email everyone about the situation. Oh, we shouldn't drag Konami into this, huh? I feel bad, but I won't tell her anything.
Yeah, I agree. It's for her own safety.
Okay, so I'll just contact our gang. Well then, you two ready to go home?
Yeah.
Very much so.
Or members of Kanamin Kitchen missing. Oh. My favorite song ever. Back in the Velvet Room. Except not really. Oh, I guess it is called that.
That is how their festival began.
Yeah, so it is going to go back and
Fate
forth
is
between
truly
this
full of
and
surprises. No, they faced themselves and
the other
gained the
shit.
power to stand up against difficulties. But their next trial was quite different. Rather than a contest of strength, it required them to openly express themselves and convey their feelings.
Is it, are you,
However, this did not
are you just supposed to be the player?
as if
Like
in
the player is
response to
here?
that firmness of will, his
Or is there a
power changed
character
its
in
form,
this situation?
adapting perfectly to the new situation.
I figured
Fascinating,
it's like the
don't you
girl
think?
in the
By the
opening
way,
cutscene who like fell
have
into
you
the
thought about
shit,
why
but
you
maybe
found
not.
yourself here? Don't worry yourself over it. I don't have that answer for you. I asked only out of my own curiosity. Well then, allow me to show you a little more of the story. Here is where we left off with their festival.
This song is really nice. I'd say generally, comparing the Persona 4 and 5's soundtracks together. What are you wearing?
That makes no sense when you're not in the costume, man.
Oh man, it's so nice and cool inside the office. I feel like a human being again.
Is Kanji voiced by Matt Mercer? Am I an idiot? I'd say overall I prefer Persona 4 music to 5, like slightly more maybe. It used to not be that way, but I think it might be. There are some songs from Persona 5 I like way more than anything from 4.
Are they cute? Tell me everything.
He also has the Mercedes logo on him. I guess that's just their school logo. But then why does Yu still have it? Because he doesn't go to that school anymore, does he?
You were just here the other day to film the commercial.
Yeah, but I was
Whatever.
too nervous then to think about any of that stuff. Oh, the time has finally come! I'm in a big city, and not some dreary country town. And I get to hang out with celebrities! It's like a dream come true.
Well, excuse us for living in such a dreary...
Well, excuse me.
Is that what you think of Inaba Yosuke-kun?
Is Yosuke voiced by Sasuke?
And a pretty famous one at that.
Yosuke-senpai's been like this the whole trip over here.
Yosuke.
Never did a damn thing about that kind of mean chicken or whatever.
VA.
Went on and on about the girls non-stop. Even knows their full names.
Dude, what? You're bringing that up now?
Yuri Lowenthal. Yeah, Spider-Man. So this is Sasuke. I thought so.
You're the worst.
Seriously, the worst. Just completely terrible.
He's also the Persona 3 protagonist.
I just got here and I'm already catching hell. And Teddy, what are you taking their side for?
Looks like the dream is dead.
Mostly thanks to you. Anyway, that aside, I had a message for you. Dojima-san and Nanako-chan are gonna be running a little late. Sounded like he's been busy with work.
That's too bad.
How could I not tell that Kanji is voiced by Matt Mercer? How was I not able to tell that while I was playing Persona 4? That they're arriving later. Oh, I see.
Come on, cheer up, partner. Just have a little patience, and Nanako-chan will be here in no time.
Man, that was one hell of
I want to see somebody put like Yosuke's dialogue over Sasuke. Like if he wasn't edgy and he was like super positive.
Dude, you guys are the ones who said you were low on cash. There's no way I could have paid for all your tickets.
I have to say, you three aren't looking very well. Are you okay? Did you sleep badly?
A lot happened last night after all.
You mean so it was so out of nowhere? that I had to ask a ton of follow-up questions.
The midnight stage stuff from Risei's email?
Those girls are being held captive, right, Rise-chan?
Why'd Risei send an email? They have smartphones.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You guys came all the way out here and I have to ruin it with bad news.
If they had flip phones, if they had flip phones, it would make sense. But we literally saw her have a smartphone.
I've never missed a day of regular training either. I'm ready for anything.
I guess during the transition period, they were still sending emails. Because Japan was probably like, no, texts are bad, changes are bad. Keep doing the emails. And I think it's called isolation in dance terms. When did he learn that?
Nothing to do with fighting shadows.
It kind of does, actually.
I mean, it's gonna be our dancing that beats him this time around, right?
Yeah, see, Kanji's on the right page.
Man, why dancing of all things?
We're not sure how that really works.
In fact, there are many things that we don't understand as of yet. All we know is that our
Why does Yosuke not want to dance? I thought he was good.
Instead, we've discovered that we can free them by affecting them with our dance.
They're trying to capture us with their dancing too, right? Then it sounds to me like we ought to fight fire with fire.
Expressing ourselves through dance. It sounds exciting.
You guys, this isn't all fun and games.
Maybe get to the bottom of any mystery.
It's time the
Yeah.
investigation team got back in action.
I can't remember how many times that's happened by now.
Well, call it fate or whatever.
Like
If
8?
you ask me, that's just how we are.
If we can save people, I'm all for it. I think it's definitely better than doing nothing.
My magnificent moves will save all the innocent idols, and one of them will fall madly in love with me, despite it being forbidden in the world of showbiz.
Like that'd happen. Man, I really can't take you anywhere. Wait a sec. What if Teddy's got a point? What if he's not entirely wrong this time? Is there even
What if
the
we could pull
slimmest of slim
bitches?
chances that it could happen for me?
Never, as long as you're.
Oh, that's actually what he was talking about. Thought he was gonna, like, analyze a different part of what he said.
Ah, you're all here. I hope your long trip was a smooth one.
Oh, hey, Inoue-san.
Yep, it is most certainly the guy who does the thing.
I hope I wasn't interrupting anything.
Isn't this our chance? Want to try and get some information out of him?
Huh?
Yosuke's got it.
Wow, you're all in costume. Yeah, the show's still a ways off, but you seem so fired up already.
Well, we were thinking we should do a full group dress rehearsal, but we didn't know if there was any place to change, so we just wore our costumes.
I see. But you know, there are plenty of changing rooms available here. Goodness, Kanji-kun, your hair certainly stands out. It really packs a punch.
Huh? You think so? Guess I'm used to it. I mean, I had it like this for the longest time. Oh, but this festival's the last time I'm gonna wear this punk getup, though. I made up my mind to stop acting like a badass and be more like who I really am.
Ah, I see. That sounds like a fine idea. I must say, those costumes look splendid on all of you. I guess that's sort of
Oh,
natural high
Kanji, don't
schooler
listen
look
to
they
them.
faked. People respond
Don't
well
let
to
don't
that
let
sort
them
of thing.
think
The
that you
outfits
need to
seem
be
fit well, too.
something.
I'm glad we went to the trouble to have them custom tailored.
Bring our look from when we used to go to the same high school. Okay, so they actually mentioned that.
Oh, by the way,
Why did that dialogue go so
something,
quickly?
Inoue-san?
What is it? I'll try and answer if I can.
They do mention that he's wearing the same school uniform, even though he doesn't technically go there.
Kaname Kitchen is performing in that too, right?
That's the plan. What about it?
Oh, it's nothing important. I'm a huge fan of theirs.
Just that they're all
so I was
fucking
just wondering
missing.
If I could, say hi to them. That's all.
Ah, I see. Unfortunately, they're all pretty busy right now.
Huh? Really? That's weird. I mean, most of the group is in the
Of course.
Just carry on.
I mean, of course they're busy. I'm sorry I even asked. It'll be fine. Man, what a shame, though.
Oh, but Konami-chan is in the midst of a poster photo shoot in the studio here. Why don't you go see her later? Rise-chan can show you the way. She'll probably sign an autograph.
An autograph? Seriously? I mean, oh, that'd be great. Then I guess we'll go stop by later.
I wonder when the next song will be.
Though, so get some rest first. Well,
Probably
to attend,
in like an hour.
Excuse me.
Okay, see you later, Inoue-san.
You managed to squeeze some information out of him without raising suspicion.
Yosuke-senpai, your acting sucks. I was afraid Inoue-san would pick up on it. You too, Teddy. What were you thinking letting that slip?
I'm deeply sorry.
I'm very sorry.
Well, at least it's clear now. Now I was acting, those Konami girls ain't come back yet.
Mm-hmm. There's no doubt about it. It must have been Tomoe-san herself that Rise-chan picked up on.
There's no doubt. It was brief, but that couldn't have been anyone else. I'm positive that reading was Tomoe's.
It's decided then. Let's all watch that video at midnight tonight, and we'll head into the midnight stage once more. What? Did I say something odd?
Naoto, every now and then you say some pretty nutso stuff like it's no big deal.
I didn't think too much about how we were going in there, but that sounds pretty scary.
There's no other way. We don't know any other means of getting in. In any case, time is of the essence. Come on, let's hurry to the studio.
Cheers. She must have been embarrassed. She hears ahead, leaving us behind. We ride into battle at midnight.
That reminds me, we didn't get too many chances to all rehearse together. There's probably a lot we can learn from each other. So let's get as much practice as time permits.
Oh. Is it now gonna introduce the other shit?
Yo, yo, yo! Time for me to get your next lesson rolling.
Oh my
First,
god.
I'm gonna talk about
Unison
these
notes.
things called
Okay, here we go.
unison
Here they
notes.
are.
Sometimes these
Big
stretchy
changes.
notes will come flying at you.
These stretchy
These are
notes.
unison notes. You gotta press 2 buttons at the same time.
I like how he tells you
Give it a
after.
shot. Press the
Alright,
two
well, I
connected
guess...
buttons together with the notes.
I was already pressing the buttons, but I guess that was just the AI doing that for you. I guess it's more or less the same gameplay. Yeah, with the hold notes also.
Hold notes. You gotta press and hold these ones. Make sure you let go in time with the rhythm too. Did you figure out the timing? You gotta know when to let go. All right, time for your final exam. Get the audience all hyped up and clear this stage.
Okay. I just want to play this song. This like remix of the Classroom theme. They haven't really explained the combos yet.
Nice moves. That's it. This bear has nothing left to teach you. I had tons of fun dancing with all of you. Bye-bye, everyone!
Does that mean a song's coming up?
Oh, this non-stop rehearsal's brutal. My legs are killing me.
We are appearing in a professional concert after all.
They're gonna give me
Plus, there's
Yosuke's
the mid-dance
dance.
stage to worry about. We need practice.
Yeah, that stuff about fighting through dance, it sounds pretty hard.
It does, but we have to do it.
Good job, guys. You're all working real hard. I didn't think our routine would come together so well from the get-go. That's why I think I'm gonna give you a reward, Yosuke-senpai.
A reward? Did you have
You gotta
something
dance on
for
your
me?
own.
You like Kanami's kitchen, right? Well, why don't we go check out Kanami's
Oh, I
photo
see.
shoot?
We're gonna meet her.
Seriously?
Everyone else wants to go too. Plus, I want to introduce you all to Kanami. Come on, you senpai. Shake a leg or we're gonna leave you two behind.
I'm coming, of course we'll go with you. Let's just hang on a sec.
I'm probably gonna have to end soon unless like a song's coming up. Yusha's very good at that sort of thing. You could say she has a knack for making people smile. I was hoping that with the tutorial it would play a song, but I guess the game hates giving you gameplay.
Oh, there she is! Damn! Her head's so tiny! And look how long her legs are!
Mm-hmm. That is pretty amazing. I wonder what size she is in front.
Okay, we're allowed to stay and watch. She's bombarded with blurring flashes.
So cute! Her chest is like BAM! While her waist is so slim, she's totally Yosuke's type!
Hey, keep it down! Wow, though, that's really her. Seriously, thanks so much for letting us see the real Kanami.
I can't bother her while the shoot's going on, but I'll make sure to introduce you all later. You have to be on your best behavior, though. Promise?
Yes, yes. I swear on the Junes name that I won't cause a scene.
I swear on the Yosuke...
Teddy most definitely will cause a scene.
That makes no sense. And why are you swearing by me?
Except she's gonna come up to us. Or her.
Rise Kujikawa, what is the meaning of this?
Rise,
Are you on
you
some
fucking
sightseeing trip
bitch.
with that group of yours? If it's a field trip you're interested in, could you take it elsewhere?
Quit fucking around.
Chimizu.
Who's this nasty hag?
All right, this is Miss Ochimizu. She's the general producer of the festival we're performing in.
Dude, are you serious? The general producer of the Love Meets Bonds Festival is Kyoka, the Empress Ochimizu?
You know
The
her,
Empress.
Of course I do. She's always on TV. She's this super scary lady who has no problem making other celebrities cry.
I don't get it, but it sounds like she's sort of important.
Honestly, we've had enough complications already. I don't need any more.
Why do we need to
now.
talk about her right in
Perhaps I should
front of
demand
her?
Extra payment from Takara Productions. for having
Persona
to deal
games
with
and
this
anime
weird
love
children.
doing this.
The hell'd you say? Whoa, hold it, Kanji. Give me a break.
I guess it's just kind of a video game thing also.
What is this? Where's it coming from?
Hey, Soundtex, what's going on?
Are we gonna get transported?
It's that song we heard yesterday right before we fell into the midnight stage.
Senpai, look.
Whoa. What is this? Could this be a close encounter of some kind?
This doesn't make sense.
You're
It's
going
not
to work
midnight.
at Burger
What's
King.
going on?
There's no time for that. Kanami's gonna get taken.
Kanami's what?
Miss Ochimizu, please move aside.
Excuse us.
Are y'all just gonna disappear in front of her?
These are surprisingly bold.
Wait! I said wait!
Kanami, get away from that light!
Huh? Rise-senpai?
Can the Uchi whatever, can she not see it?
Miss Ochimizu?
She pushes her out of the way herself.
How troublesome. Don't I always tell you not to space out like that?
Miss Hachimizu?
Listen, if something happens to me, go to Inoue. The festival must...
She got dragged in! What are we gonna do?
We follow her. Come on, everyone.
Yeah!
There's only one thing to do. Which is stop right here. I was hoping to get to another song, which this will lead to it eventually, but I don't quite have another 10 minutes to spare, unfortunately. I need to get up early tomorrow. And I needed to fit in one more Saul episode for today. I gotta hit my minimum of 1. Because that shit is just too epic. But yeah, this game has a plot. And it seems to be an extremely long one. So I have no idea how long this is going to take me. I thought it would be about as long as the Persona 5 dancing, except maybe shorter because there weren't achievements. But I'm gonna do the story mode. Perhaps between now and next time, I'll look up on like how long to beat or something. Like how long it takes. Actually, you know what? I could do that right now. How long? Uh, 9 hours? Okay, well that's not bad. If it's 9 hours, that's fine. And the completionist is 20, so I wonder if the completionist is like the achievements, or if it's like getting best rank on every level, which I'm not gonna do because I'm not that good. But okay, yeah, we'll do more of the story another time. We'll see where it goes. So far, it's something. It exists. It is taking up our time, but we are engaging in it anyways for some reason. We'll see where it goes. So, yeah, thank you for watching. We'll pick it up here next time. And thank you, and see ya.